You'll also find these plastic bottle caps. I've already found about 3 or 4 of them. I am limiting the videos now due to my battery usage, so I will only be recording the larger trash articles that I see. Perhaps this is one for Park in Kingston, but I will be going into the tennis courts to see the level of trash in there, and yeah, I have noticed a lot of trash in there, so perhaps they could add 1 or 2 bins at the side of the courts, at the back of the courts, or the other alternative is if we could have a larger bin, a secondary bin, a larger bin by this entrance. That should alleviate a lot of the littering concerns, a lot of the littering problems that we have. And for example, like Beverley Park have done, we could label the bins to say that if the bin is full, people could take their litter home, which I think is a reasonable thing to do. There's more bottles, actually half full. So again, we've got a big bush by the entrance, and someone's put some, I'm guessing a doggy bag, by the plants underneath it. Again, the bin is right there. We've got some sort of plastic device here, probably the back of a phone, by the look of things. So here, interestingly, we've got a bin which could be used to pick up trash, which has been trashed in the park. Again, not very far from the bin. Yeah, so I do really think, although you will get litter in parks, the level of litter in this park is miles above what it should be. So preventative measures need to be in place. Looks like a COVID testing device has just been left here. A kind citizen did just thank me for taking the trash, which is nice and all, but it would be nicer, of course, if he didn't have to say thank you and he could instead not worry. But that did remind me that I'd like to thank Kate for providing me with the litter picker. This would be much harder without it, even though I am quite a novice at using it. And also, yeah, so I didn't actually know about the Friends of Kingston Road Recreation Ground until last week, when I saw Barbara, Kate and Adam kindly collecting all the hay from all the dead grass from when the lawnmowers from the council were cleaning up the grass, and there is a big mound behind the abandoned buildings where that is going to be collected by the council. Again, we've got more gloves. People are protecting themselves, and rightly so, but they also do need to be protecting the environment, which has been neglected for quite some time. And the funny thing is, I think I'm doing a thorough job, but you run back over an area and you'll find that there's more rubbish about. So again, nicely hidden away by the entrance of the park, we have glass bottles and more rubbish by the trees. And And where there's glass bottles, there will be cans as well. I don't believe, so I've just taken this glove from back there, and there is more trash too behind the electricals just at the entrance of the park. So behind that bin bag there was a face mask, some rubbish, a bag, a glove, a half full bottle and a bag of what would have been plums. Again, so people are trying to find different ways of trashing their waste without putting it in the bins. So on the other side we've got even more trash. Again, the usual bin caps, plastic wrappers, cans. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately I do think that bins, more bins, larger bins, and more signs to tell people that littering and dog waste is an offence. But I also think that this won't prevent littering, because as we can see we're right by the bin, and we're still getting a lot of waste by the bins. So I think hopefully that will be a start, and then if we can get funding for that, then we can move towards perhaps a more permanent other measures, such as perhaps a patrol. If we can fund a park guard perhaps once a week to patrol and prevent people from littering. That's one suggestion I have. If you do have any other suggestions, then please feel free to leave them in the comments section below, because the more help we can get to prevent littering, the better. So as you can see, the bag's pretty much full, and I've just got up to past the tennis courts, and there's still the whole park to go. And hopefully once I've gotten through this section, when I get into the playground and the park section, I will speak to community members about what their thoughts are on the park, the good and the bad. If I don't get a chance to do that today, then hopefully I will do that tomorrow. So on this side and behind this tree, just by the entrance, there's a lot of trash, a lot of glass bottles, bags and wrappers, and a lot of the usual suspects of bottle caps. And something that I have been finding a lot is broken glass. Again, broken glass, very dangerous. Unfortunately, there's actually so much rubbish just by the entrance. I pretty much spent about an hour, from around 3:30 until 5, clearing up, and we haven't even got halfway yet. So I might unfortunately have to stop soon, and then I can't really continue. I'll see if I can continue but I hope that the council sees this message, hears this message, and takes action. If I do get a chance, I will put an update video in the future on the progress that has been made. Yeah. So that's one full bin bag. My hope is that we won't have another one. I'm in the playground area now, so I have heard from the friends of Kingston Road Recreation Ground that there is trash sometimes in the playground area. My hope was that that would be taboo, to throw rubbish in the playground area where children play, but so hopefully we won't find any trash today. But yeah, they have said that there is trash in the Friends of Kingston, and it looks like we have some rubbish already. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the children are probably, or maybe adults, are leaving chocolate wrappers around. I have also heard that dog waste has been seen in the play area as well. So it looks like there is actual dog waste in the children's play area, as far as I can tell. Don't think that that's dog waste. So again, that's not great either. I think that is actually, I have picked up several wrappers so far, so I do think that it would be a good idea to place a bin perhaps near that bench, just so that we can negate the causes of the try and prevent the causes of littering as much as we can.